this year I decided to try my hand at making my very first RPG game, and you may have seen it featured on the channel, but this isn't about that. What this video is about is something similar but totally different. Okay, so let me explain something a little. My first game can be found down at my itch.io page. Link will be down in the description. But as I was taking a look at the site as a whole, I found these small events called jams, sort of like the ones you've seen on Game Jolt. And for those who aren't too familiar with these, jams are groups of people making different games with a theme. However, this one was slightly different. You see, this jam was called the Secret Santa Jam. How this one worked was once you entered to be part of it, you were eventually given a Santa and a giftee. The Santa's job was to make you a personalized game using what you wrote in a letter to him or her, and the giftee's job was to receive said game. So I joined in on this thinking this is going to be a unique experience, being very new to these things and having little knowledge on game development. And what game engine to use, and trust me, I was not disappointed. Now granted, as most things like this are bound to have some hiccups, and some people didn't get a game from their Santa, or not hear from their giftee, or in my case both, the people on this Discord were awesome and very helpful. So it follows is going to be a highlight of some of the game that some of the Santas gave their giftee, and if you want to try some of these yourself, I will include a link to each in the description down below. So here's part 1 of my homebrew special, Santa Jam 2021. Our first game is Hakuku by Exploding Bits. If you like the old school Pokemon games from the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo DS era of gaming, you'll love Hakuku. You'll play a kid who set out to catch creatures using food items to catch them. The pixel art style graphics are a nice touch to the game along with the soundtrack. Hakuku is one to watch. The Game Jam version is just a small, unfinished version Exploding Bits submitted to his giftee, but I'm sure once he has the finished version done, it'll be a great game to play. The second game is a tower defense game called Christmas Defense by Imperiance. In this game, you have to defend Santa's house from penguins who want to destroy it and end Christmas by using gunners and bombers and cannons. It reminds me of a neat little tower defense game I played called Castle Keep, which plays the same way. For each kill you get a certain number of gems to which you can use to build more guards to defend you. The graphics are good with yet another awesome pixel art game and basic sound effects, and it doesn't get too boring with a simple tutorial at the beginning to show you how to place your first defender. I would recommend this game to those that are fans of tower defense games. The next game on the list is called Dorica by Quick Mercenary Deer. Now when I talked about Hakuku, I forgot to mention that Quick Mercenary Deer had helped Exploding Bits with the music for his game. But his actual game is a neat little open world game where you play an adventurer who is about to enter a magical world called Dorica. But first you must defeat the weak little door blocking your entrance. Dorica is still a work in progress, but this version is a great look into what is to come with further developments. The controls are easy to learn as you can use the arrow keys and WASD to move, and the mouse to look around, as well as numbered keys for items and weapons. I recommend Dorica for those fans of open world games. Well, that is the end of part 1 of Secret Santa Jam 2021 Showcase. As more and more submissions come in, I will definitely be making part 2 to this, and maybe more. There were a lot of people part of this jam, and if you are just starting into game development or are an experienced one and want to show off what you got, I suggest you seek this jam out on itch.io towards the month of December and enter into it. The people are friendly and helpful and awesome, plus you'll get a game that is tailored to your liking and just for you, and you get the nice warm fuzzy feeling inside as you do the same for someone else. So I am Paul saying stay tuned for part 2, and peace out and stay frosty.